Hey everyone, this is Chris from Know Your Why Recovery. Welcome back to our series on anger. This is the third part in our series, and we're going to be talking about what we call the ABCD model. The ABCD model is a way of examining anger-causing events and then reframing our thinking around these events. It comes out of rational emotive therapy, and the idea is that we can identify the source of our angry feelings and then change or challenging our thinking about this to make the feelings more manageable and to alter what's being experienced. This will ultimately help us alter or control our behavior. It originates in the idea that our perception of a situation or event combined with our beliefs and our self-talk about the event is what leads to our feelings on the event. Ultimately, we can dispute and challenge our perspectives, sometimes replacing them with more realistic or rational beliefs. And this will help change our interpretation and thoughts on the event and will change our feelings and behaviors that the event caused. Now, the ABCD model stands for the following. A is the activating situation or event. This is the actual situation or event that occurs that is causing the anger. B, the belief system about the event. So what are you telling yourself about the event? What are your expectations or beliefs about how others should carry themselves? C, consequences. And in this case, it's the emotional consequences about the event. How do you feel about the event based on your thinking patterns, based on your self-talk? And then finally, D, dispute. You're going to examine your beliefs and your expectations. Are they realistic? Are they rational? Or are they maladaptive? So let's look at a simple example. There's another example on the blog, and the link is in the description below. But this one's pretty simple. You call or you text a significant other. Now, generally, they get back to you pretty quickly. This time, they do not. The minutes pass, maybe hours pass, and there's no response. That's your activating event. You start to tell yourself maybe something terrible happened. Maybe there was an accident on the way home. Or maybe you tell yourself that they're out cheating on you. Those would be your beliefs about the event. So that causes you to begin to get worried. You get frustrated. You may get angry. You start to lose patience or even act irrationally. These are the consequences of the event. Now, all of this will continue to fester until you get a response. So let's do the D. Let's dispute. So look back at your beliefs. While accidents might happen, is it common that your significant other would get into an accident on the way home? I mean, it is a realistic possibility, but is it the most likely possibility? How about the cheating situation? Unless your partner normally does this and has that pattern of behavior, why make that assumption? Right? It's not really based in reality. So further buried in this too is also the idea that your partner should text you back. Right? We need to stay away from should've, could'ves, and would'ves, that type of thinking. Should people really do anything? While it's maybe customary and respectful to respond, it might be unfair to yourself to expect that others are always going to act in that way. So what we need to do with that dispute part is replace the beliefs with other, more realistic, rational, or positive beliefs, and the feelings about the situation may change. So maybe you tell yourself they could be working late, or they were in a meeting and couldn't answer and respond. Maybe you consider that their phone battery might have died and they didn't have a charger or could access a charger, so they have no access to the phone. Maybe you recognize that they don't have that pattern of cheating, and maybe this is based in your own insecurity, so it's not really a realistic or a rational belief. Suddenly, while you may be a little worried still, the situation doesn't seem as bad. We begin to think differently about what's happening, and we experience our feelings about it differently. We're then less likely to react poorly, to react extremely, to respond maybe in aggressive ways. Now, the ABCD model is a skill, and like any skill, you'll get better with practice. So look back at anger-provoking situations and run the ABCD model on them. Does it change anything? Does the situation appear different now? As you practice this skill and you get better at doing it, you might even get better at doing it in the moment, and that's going to help you manage responses, lessening the chances that angry events, or rather your perception of events, will lead to uncontrollable anger. I want to thank you for sharing these last couple of minutes with us, and if you enjoyed it, remember to check out our channel, subscribe, like, share it with your friends. Anything you share helps spread the awareness, and it might make the world a little more peaceful, a little more happier place to be. Until next time, take care of yourself and others.